This week's Race of the Week comes from the Club 100 South Championship in the Cadet Super Lightweight category. Wow, that's a mouthful. But this is one of the best races we've broadcast this year. Genuinely an excellent race from start to finish. Side-by-side racing, good overtaking, respect shown, and last corner drama for the lead. Sit back, relax, and watch this week's Race of the Week.
Race. Who is going to be our big winner here today in the Cadets? They're into the tram lines, waiting for those lights to go out. Away we go for 11 minutes here at Rissington. Good, steady start, and it's going to be Jack Thompson leading into the loop for the first time. James Voucher's up to second place. There's a bit of jostling in the middle of the pack, but apart from one driver slipping down the order, we are looking pretty good. Good start as well, I think, for Zachary Smith. Jacob Underhill has fallen down to fourth place. Where is Hamilton in all of this? Oh, bit of a touch there. Zach Mumba getting involved, tried to go for a move for third place, didn't quite work. That's going to allow a breakaway of 4 to form at the front of the field, and a change for the lead, Reeve. Through goes James Vout.
Perhaps not too surprising there, James Vout. We saw some immense pace earlier on, but has a challenge there in the form of Jacob Underhill and Jack Thompson as well. Jack Thompson now takes the lead of this race as we head on to the next lap. It is going to be Jacob Underhill in second. Zachary Smith putting that pressure onto James Vout now as we run into that first corner. And this breakaway quartet that we saw now all of a sudden right caught back up into this train, which occupies the upper two-thirds of the grid.
Jack Thompson looking to become the third driver in Club 100 Cadet Super Lightweights to win a Trophy A final across either the South or North divisions. The two who've already achieved that, well, one of them's directly behind Jacob Underhill, who took 2 of the 3 round victories so far this season in the North Championship. It's actually pointed James Vout through there, just maybe thinking bigger picture, not wanting to fight too hard at this early stage. So Underhill drops to fourth place, but won't panic. Jack Thompson looking to keep it tight again. James Vout has not won a Trophy A final so far this year. It's Rory Hamilton, the other driver, who's won, and there he is in the number 1 car, the blue suit with the white helmet, in about 8th place at the moment. Oh, James Vout suddenly finds himself out on the dirt there. Reeve loses the lead and loses a lot more as well.
He does indeed. It was slightly scruffy on entry into the corner there. It forced him out wide off into the grass, and if he hadn't lost enough momentum there already, that grass solidified the fact that he's tumbling down that order. So from challenging for the lead to tumbling back down to around about 7th position. That's less than ideal, but there we see Thompson still leading this race. That is going to be Zachary Smith then up into second, under pressure though from those drivers behind. In at 4th, potentially 5th, that is Underhill dropping back as well. Drury Mumba also on the scene here.
Through those sweeping bends towards the elbow. Defensive move there from Jack Thompson. This is going to keep it very tight in the top 10. This is a risky strategy from Jack Thompson. It's often one we see on the old school circuits of British karting. Trying to control things, trying to control the space, but the trouble here at Rissington, it is so wide. If Thompson was to make one mistake, we've seen a lot of up and under moves so far today, particularly out of the dogleg, and that's going to be next for Jack Thompson to navigate. Look at Harley Drury up into 3rd place out of nowhere in the number 32. He's going to try and sweep around the outside and take 2nd place. That's going to open the door once again for James Vout. Vout back up to P2. Here comes Underhill as well on the inside for 3rd place. Zach Mumba's got the drive through into 4th. Now the chasing pack have got to get themselves organised for a bit. Jack Thompson, well, had broken away from the rest of the field, but in a moment he's being pulled back now, and this is a good formation for the chase pack. Vout and Underhill, 2 experienced drivers in this competition, will know the tactical play, will know they've got to work together for at least this lap to pull the race leader back. They didn't need a lap, they've already pulled Jack Thompson back. This is turning into a properly good race, Reeve Taylor.
It is indeed. Vout, just when he thought it was all over, clawing his way back up and putting that pressure on Thompson. Now Thompson defending from the inside there, might just open himself up to be a bit vulnerable through the exit of the dogleg here, and losing momentum to Underhill. Underhill closes right up, but there's a cart directly in the way, has that upper momentum but can't get past for now. It's Underhill up into second and potentially looking at getting first here. They all look over the shoulder in tandem as James Vout takes a wider entry there, and Jacob Underhill flying through the penultimate corner, takes the race lead. Thompson dropping back into fourth, and as we start the next lap of this race, it's Underhill ahead there of Mumba, ahead of Vout, and it's Thompson in fourth.
What a move from Jacob Underhill. He throwed the dummy to Jack Thompson, got him defending on the outside, ran it round the outside, and had to wait though for the next corner, but he held that crucial line. But how long is he going to lead this race? He's had 2 wins in the North Division so far this season, 2 on the spin in recent weeks. Zach Mumba was having a go though there from second place. Underhill, good speed out of the dogleg once again. Bouter's got back through into second place. Thompson's still there as well. We've already seen James Vout fall down the order in this race and still fight back. Don't count out Jack Thompson, who's now having a scrap with championship leader Rory Hamilton. Hamilton trying to get on the inside for the final corner, and through will come Zachary Smith as well. That is all for fourth place. This could be a crucial part of the race now. Underhill, Vout, Mumba, 1, 2, 3, trying to break away from the driver who we shouldn't forget as well has won both rounds so far in the South Division. This division having its third round today here at Rissington. So these 3 could be the drivers to break that streak for the reigning champion. Through the dogleg once again, nice and tidy from Underhill, Vout and Mumba. What is their pace going to be like up towards through bottom bend and middle bend? The lap times I feel on this particular tour, Reeve, are going to be very telling to see whether Hamilton, Thompson, Smith can have any hope of closing in.
Yep, they're certainly not breaking away from that pack that starts at P4 there, but Hamilton looking to kind of control those cars behind. You can see more gesticulation from the kart there from Rory Hamilton that we've already seen today. Rory wants to work together with those drivers behind, close up and fight for this elusive podium here at Rissington. This is the final time we're going to see these cadets out on track today. Let's see what they can do. Then Underhill looks over the shoulder just ahead of Vout. We've seen what Vout can do already. He had some immense pace in our pre-final, and at the start of this race it dropped away from him, but he has clawed it back. We head into the dogleg once more. He's under threat, is Vout from Mumba here. That little squabble for a second has brought Hamilton right back into contention. He's brought Zachary Smith with him as well. Jack Thompson tumbles back down to 6th in that battle just a few laps ago. He led this race, but we head into that final corner once more. Underhill still leads from Vout, and it's Mumba just behind. Now into that final corner we go. Hamilton closer and closer as we tumble through the corners by the looks of things.
It's good control from James Vout through the dogleg last time around. We've seen a race fastest lap of the day so far. In fact, you know what? It's more than a race best. It is a new lap record. Rory Hamilton has done a 52.110. Oh, it's off there is Freya Lally. Freya Lally's had a great day so far. Has problems at the loop. Rory Hamilton, if he'd done that time in time qualifying, he would have been on pole position. Oh, it's getting together there. Zachary Smith and Zach Mumba. They'll lose a couple of positions, but are still running in this race. So is this the stage of the day where all of a sudden Rory Hamilton starts to pull everything together? He set a lap record on that last tour, 52.110. It's down to a front 2 at the very front, Underhill and Vout, 2 drivers who you would expect to be in the championship fight at the end of this season, but they have got to take this opportunity now to get some points back on championship leader. Reigning champion for the last 2 years in this category. Rory Hamilton there in third has got some support as well. Harley Drury and Jack Thompson will look to go with the number 1 now to try and claw back this advantage for the top 2 at the moment. It's standing at about 1.25 seconds.
It is indeed. We head into that dogleg. Once again, we see James Vout having a look around the outside. They've managed to pretty much dispatch of Rory Hamilton, actually, which is impressive given the pace that he demonstrated just a lap or so ago. I suspect Hamilton under pressure now from the likes of Drury. I'm probably not too pleased that he hasn't been able to push on towards our front runners just as he would have wanted to have done. We have a forcing driver wide penalty coming in for Mumba there. That, of course, is pretty substantial as we see Underhill still maintaining the race lead from Vout. Vout looking eager to take it back through that final corner. Is going to have another look again as we head up through the loop here. Inside line there, potentially opening up for Vout. He doesn't go for it though. We head into the top end in just a moment, and we still see a gap opening up between P2 and P3 here. Over the shoulder looks Vout, but he does not need to worry about the cars behind. Instead, he looks on into the outside line here, into the dog leg. It all comes down to momentum on to the run to the bottom bend once more, but they are wise to it. Is Jacob Underhill very wise to it indeed? Nothing Wout can do on the corner exit.
Jacob Underhill's had some tough race wins in recent times, particularly his win at PF International in one of the preceding North rounds for Club 100 Cadet Juniors 2025. He'll be heading back to PF International in around 2 months' time to take part in the British Kart Grand Prix, Kart Masters. A lot of eyes in Club 100 will be on him there to see how he can do in one of the biggest races of the British karting calendar. We won't be focusing on that right now. We'll be focusing on trying to make this third win in a row in Club 100 Cadet Super Lightweight A Finals. Here comes James Wout trying to go around the outside. Wout, who wants to be back on the podium, started the season particularly well, has got a good bit of drive up the inside, is surely going to take the lead away here from Underhill. There's nothing Underhill's going to be able to do because the next two corners are both right-handers. Not if Underhill holds it round the outside, will have the advantage for the next corner, the left-hander of Elbow. But look at what that's done. Look at what that side-by-side action between Underhill and Wout has done. It's brought Hamilton back into play, Drury back into play, Thompson there as well. We've got a 5-kart scrap on the last lap of the race here at Rissington for the Cadet Super Lightweights. Underhill holding on to the race lead for now, but surely the challenges are going to be even bigger on this last tour of the circuit. These corners will be key. Down into the dogleg for the last time here at Rissington. Good speed control there from Underhill, both in and out of the corner. That could be the key move. Hamilton's been shuffled down the order. Drury is up through into second place. Could be a second podium of the year for Harley Drury. Bounce down the inside, has a look for the race lead. Side by side, pod to pod with Underhill. Who's going to have control of the last corner? Could be Drury. Drury's going to take it on the last corner. And Harley Drury takes a first win of the season in Cadet Super Lightweight. Jacob Underhill P2, Jack Thompson third.